Hey guys, good morning. It's April 25th, 2022. And we're starting chapter 26 today. And we're gonna talk about contrast. We're about to see it. So we're in chapter 26, verse 1 through chapter 26, verse 5. I don't know why I'm saying 22. We're not doing that much. So I'm gonna start to read in verse 1. A severe famine now struck the land, as it had happened before in Abraham's time. So Isaac moved to Gerar, where Abimelech, king of the Philistines, lived. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt, but do as I tell you. Live here as a foreigner in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. I hereby confirm that I will give all these lands to you and your descendants, just as I have solemnly promised Abraham, your father. I will cause your descendants to become as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give them all these lands, and through your descendants all the nations of the earth will be blessed. And I will do this because Abraham listened to me, obeyed all my requirements, commands, decrees, and instructions." Do you see it? Now let's think back. Let's think back even to the garden, even to the fall. God is not saying Abraham was perfect, because he wasn't. We know that. He made some real poor decisions. But God knows our heart. God knows deep down inside who we are. If you think about Cain and Abel, God cursed Cain and all his descendants. But he blessed Seth. After Cain killed Abel, Adam and Eve had another son, Seth. Same thing with Shem, Japheth, and Ham. Ham's descendants, because of his actions, were cursed. The others weren't. And we see this over and over again, and we're going to see this over and over again. God is saying, because of the fact that Abraham truly listened to me and followed what I said, not was perfect. He never says he wants us to be perfect, because that's impossible. We can't be. But we can see what God is trying to show us, and we can sit there and make the decision that we're going to follow him, no matter what the culture says, no matter what we're being told. When we follow God, that's when God sees our heart. But also there's another contrast here. God is comparing Isaac to Abraham, saying, I need you to do exactly what I asked your father to do. Everything is in comparison right now. There is a famine. Isaac has to move to a foreign country. And do you realize where he moved to? Do you remember Abimelech? I know I'm saying his name wrong, but you know who I'm talking about. He's back. And Isaac, again, is living in the land as a foreigner. But God is telling him the same thing he told Abraham. Even though you're a foreigner, I'm going to be with you. This is going to be your land. This is going to be your descendants' land. So God is sitting there reiterating the promise and the blessing that he gave to Abraham to Isaac. Saying, Isaac, follow me. Jesus says that to us. Follow me. If you follow me and follow my commands, I will bless you and I will bless your descendants. But if you do not follow me, you choose not to. If you choose to follow the world, then you will be cursed. And that seems harsh. It seems harsh, but it's not. God is showing us mercy. And God is giving us exactly what we need. And that's the thing, is he's not hiding anything. He's saying, if you follow me, if you go against culture, and if you follow me and believe that I am truth, then you will be blessed. And I'm not just talking about financial blessing. I'm not talking anything like that, but you will be blessed with the Holy Spirit. And you will be blessed with comfort, peace. You will also be blessed with knowing that you're not facing things alone. I struggled with that before I came to Jesus. I always felt alone. I always felt like I was trying to conquer the world all by myself. It's because I didn't have God's blessing, which is the Holy Spirit. I didn't have that because I wasn't following Jesus. And that's what God is telling Isaac here. He's giving Isaac a choice. We always have a choice whether to follow him or not. He's telling Isaac, look, this is what I've done for your father. This is what I want to do for you. But you need to follow me. So here's my question. Are you at that moment where you're sitting there saying, I don't know what to do. I feel all alone. And are you at that moment where you hear God's voice saying, follow me? Are you there? Because if you are at that moment, then I ask you this question. Will you follow him? The darkness is lonely. Because that's what the enemy does. He makes us lonely. God's light is not lonely. We have a Father who is bigger than anything we're going through. So, are you there? Are you feeling lonely? And if you are, can you turn to God and say, I don't want to live this way anymore? And be honest with him. And say, I'm lost. And I can tell you, he will say, you're found. You're not alone. We'll still go through trials. And life is not all sunshine and daisies when we follow Jesus. But even in the trials, even in the midst of the storms, even in the times where you just feel like the whole world is bearing down on you, you have God who will sit there. You have Jesus who will raise his hands up and not let it crush you. He will be with you in those moments, and he'll hold it up so the weight does not fully crush you if you follow him. So I hope you think about what I'm asking you today. And I hope you see Jesus in all you do. And I hope you see God's promise all around you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.